What exactly is Salesforce personalization? How does it work? And why is it so important to the future of marketing? It's a proven fact that personalization is a win-win. It increases customer satisfaction and it drives better business outcomes. This means you're able to provide exactly what a customer wants even before they even realize it. It also lets you delight your customers by really targeting them with exactly what they need as an individual. As you know, everyone's unique and every customer is unique. For a brand to be able to target their customers effectively, you're not able to always have a one-size-fits-all method. So this is where personalization comes into play. You're able to understand exactly what makes the customer tick. You're able to understand what they're interacting with in the past and what they're interacting with right now in the moment. The key takeaway here is you're able to target your customers with the right message at the right time, tailored exactly to what they need. Now, you may already know marketing cloud personalization, which has been around for a few years, but Salesforce Personalization is the newest platform built directly on the datacloud platform. What this means is you're able to leverage the data you already have ingested into datacloud. These are things like customer interactions, customer preferences, customer details, demographics, segmentation you already have about them, while also coupling that with real-time in-the-moment data. At the most basic level, every company will have a website. What personalization does is put a web SDK. This is simply a type of JavaScript code that sits on the website. And what you can do is start to collect information about what customers are doing. For example, you could say that a customer has been on the homepage, they've traveled to a product category page, or they've viewed a blog article. And these different products, content, and blog articles will be tagged in certain ways. We may have categories that are assigned to blog articles and products. As people are browsing products, you can see the different categories assigned to those products. And if later they're viewing blog articles, you can see which articles are correlating to those products, and you'll start to build affinity about your customers. What this means is you start to build a profile based on their real-time web behavior. This is then coupled with their transactional data from retail. It could be data from historical online purchases. It could be previous consumption. It could be demographic data. What this starts to build is a true 360-degree view about that customer. And coupled with datacloud, you'll have a unified profile and a real-time profile. The key difference here is that there'll be a profile that's been unified over time, and then there'll be the real-time events that are happening in the moment and collected in real time by the SDK. How datacloud works and how personalization interacts with that is that you can build a real-time profile data graph. This ties together the unified profile that's been built over time, and then the product and content engagement captured in real time. So let me break down a personalization campaign for you. It all starts with a personalization point. This really tells the platform where personalization should occur and where it should be triggered. Next is a personalization decision. This is where you can set up the target of the campaign and different variations people can go down. You can either have a rule-based target or you can have A/B testing. And what this means is you can start to test and learn which different experiences work and which ones don't. And you can start to measure the performance against each other. Next is a personalization type. This could either be a dynamic recommendation or a manual recommendation. The difference is that a manual recommendation could be an A/B test where you're testing two variations of an experiment. You could have a banner on a website where some people see a particular variation of text and other people see a different variation. But where personalization gets really exciting is when you can have a rule-based recommendation or an objective-based recommendation. A rule-based recommendation is really using machine learning and the content affinities to drive the recommendation, whereas an objective-based recommendation uses deep learning in the platform based on thousands and thousands of interactions from your particular customer and other customers, and really drives the next best action, whether it's more sales, more revenue, signing up to a newsletter list. The objectives could be different, but it's using AI deep learning to understand user behavior and really drive next best action without you having to do too much manual configuration. Finally, you can define exactly what is passed back from the platform, and this is called the recommendation schema. The recommendation schema is built upon the real-time profile data graph. This is the real-time behavior and unified profile information. This is coupled with the item data graph. The item data graph is what datacloud uses to couple the user's behavior with the next best content to show. Let's tie this together with a couple of real-life examples. So there's a couple of methods you can use in the platform to surface these recommendations. The first option is to use the web SDK to request personalization in real time on the website. The other option is use the recommendation API. The cool thing about this API is you can request personalization from any channel. A really cool example for this is, let's say you're a retail store and a customer walks through the door. You can look up their email address or phone number, see exactly what they've done in the past 30, 60 days. You can request a recommendation from datacloud. It'll leverage the API to pull through the exact next best recommendation for their user. This could be based on products they browsed on the website in the past day that they didn't buy. So you can literally go to the product, get the product, show it to them in person, and it's a really cool way to drive that conversion in person. Personalization isn't just about digital platform, isn't just for websites or apps, for example. It's really for any channel that can leverage this API. Another example for personalization that you may not think of straight away is, let's say you're a streaming service and people are browsing your content on the website. They could be looking at different content pieces before they actually listen to something, or they might have just listened to something and finished it. You can, in that moment, request personalization, look at their history, look at what they've engaged with, look at what other people have engaged with that are like them, and recommend the next best content to consume. In this way, personalization isn't just limited to retail, it isn't just limited to web, it really can be used across any industry, any channel. You just have to apply the same concept and ideate what type of personalization can uplift the customer experience, what can drive the next best action for your customer, and really improve the customer experience and delight your customers in new ways. As you can see, personalization is a super exciting part of this industry. It really is a future of marketing. It's something I'm really passionate about. It's something I'm going to be driving a lot more value around. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.